How much is the cost of renting a flat? What household utility bills and taxes do you have to pay? Is it true that food in London is expensive, including a bottle of water? Hello mga ka-Fredsters and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another day and it's another journey with your teacher, ka-Freddy, at your service. For today's episode, we are going to talk about the cost of living in London. How much is the cost of renting a flat? What household utility bills and taxes do you have to pay? Is it true that food in London is expensive, including a bottle of water? At the end of this video, I will provide you some useful websites that help me budget my money and will give you a better understanding of what you need to pay for if you want to consider settling in London. Let's start with the common necessities, which are renting a flat or a house, food, transportation, and mobile phone. In renting a flat or a house, you need to consider which borough of London you want to live in, and if you want a room, a studio, or a one-bedroom flat. According to the Office of National Statistics and London Rent Map, the average cost of a room is £617, a studio is £950, and a one-bedroom property is £1,225. Mga ka-Fredsters, just a reminder that the highest average rents in London are close to the center, such as Kensington and Chelsea, Camden, Westminster, and City of London. Once you decided if you want to rent a flat or buy a leasehold for a flat, then you have to think about the household utility bills and taxes to consider, such as gas and electricity, water, council tax, TV license, and broadband. Based on the government statistics, the average gas bill per month is £42.92, and the average electricity bill is £64 per month. According to Water UK, the average water bill for living in a studio flat is £25.07 per month. Council tax depends on the borough and the value of your property. This can be from Band A, the lowest, and Band H, the highest value. So for example, you live in Camden and the value of your property is in Band A, it is likely that you're going to pay £1,195 per year or £99.95 per month. And there's more mga ka-Fredsters. You have to pay for your TV license, which is £159 per year. The license fee is per household, so no matter how many TVs you have, the fee is the same. In my first year in London, I stayed in a studio flat with 2 Filipinos. Then I moved to East London and rented a room owned by a Filipina married to an English guy. Shout out kay Ma'am Jeanette because she helped me in my first year in London. Kaya maraming salamat Ma'am Jeanette. I live in a small bedroom that time, but the good thing was all of the utility bills were included and I was paying £60 per week. As a newcomer in London, I advise that you have to be practical for you to survive. Never compare your life in the Philippines or wherever country you came from because living and working abroad is different. The bottom line is to find a room or rent a place where all utility bills and taxes are included. You might consider using different websites such as Gumtree and Spare Room, which might be helpful for you in finding a room, a studio, or a one-bedroom flat. Of course, mga ka-Fredsters, just be careful and avoid the scammers. The second on our list is food. There are so many shops and supermarkets in London such as Sainsbury's, Tesco, Asda, Waitrose, Marks & Spencer, Aldi, Lidl, and there are off-license stores too. To save money, I always prepare my packed lunch and I'm taking 1.5 liters of water every day going to work. The cheapest 1.5 liters of water will cost you around 95 pence, and for me, it's expensive. That is why I always refill my bottle at home. Most of the shops here offer a meal deal which includes a sandwich, drinks, and a crisp or sides for £3.50 on average, which is £17.50 in a week. Can you imagine mga ka-Fredsters? There's a lot of money to spend. You can find cheaper products or the same products from big supermarkets in either Aldi, Lidl, or even in off-license shops. The third on our list is transportation. TfL or Transport for London is one of the modes of public commute in the city. You have London Underground, London Overground, buses, bikes, as a common public transport. If you are using London Underground trains and traveling from Zone 2 to Zone 1, you pay £3.20 for peak hours and £2.60 for off-peak hours. In my case mga Fredsters, I live in Zone 2 and my work is in Zone 1. So I am paying £3.20 for a one-way fare, which means in a day, I spend £6.40. If you want to take a bus, the fare is £1.65. Unfortunately, there's no direct bus from my home to work, so I am taking the London Underground trains. And last on our list is the mobile phone. I think a mobile phone is a necessity, especially if you live and work in the city. Of course, there are big network providers such as EE, Vodafone, and O2, but do you really need to use these big networks? In my opinion, this is impractical. In London, data allowance is far more important. For my mobile phone, I am using Plusnet as my network provider and they are using EE network. I am paying £8 per month for unlimited calls, text, and 10 gig of data. Some third-party network providers such as Lebara, 1D, and even Plusnet are affordable in data contracts and they are using big network lines. As promised mga ka-Fredsters, I am going to share with you the website that you could use as a newcomer here in London or if you are considering settling in London. If you are looking for a flat or a house, you might consider the London Rent Map website, which is www.london.gov.uk. This website shows the average monthly private sector rents for different types of homes across London. There are also council tax calculator from www.which.co.uk to see how much the local authority charges for each council tax band. You might also want to understand more about household bills and taxes through www.which.co.uk. For public transport, the TfL website is convenient as well as TfL Go and TfL Oyster apps, which you can download from your mobile devices. And if you want to know the TfL fares easily, you may use www.tubecalculator.co.uk. Lastly, for good mobile phone contract deals, please visit www.moneysupermarket.com. There you have it mga ka-Fredsters. I hope you've learned something from this episode. Please comment below on your experience working abroad. And please make sure to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more journeys with your teacher, ka-Freddy, at your service. Thank you and mabuhay!